the Ahsoka episode 3.
Yeah.
Oh boy, just that tone. But yeah, so this was a shorter episode than last week's, both of them. Like 34 minutes or so long. It seems to be a running theme with these Star Wars shows.
Yeah.
They just keep getting shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let me know what you thought.
This is the one where I guess they had basically gotten Hera to like not be able to go with Ahsoka and Sabine to go chase down the hyperdrive, and then they get like the star, like the star, like one of a space battle with what's her name. It was I don't know. It was fine. It's like, just kind of
yeah.
What?
Go on.
No. I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. I wasn't crazy about it. I mean, I guess we'll save it, like spoilers in a second. Overall, I wasn't crazy about it. I didn't hate it. I just was like, what is this? I don't know what, like, right. Like it just felt like an extended, I don't even know. Like it just felt like there were some cool things that happened. There were some nice things with Sabine that I liked. There's some stuff with the droid. What's his name?
Choppy?
No.
Or Huyang?
Hu Yang? Or yeah, like he's like,
he was in Clone Wars.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so all right, that works. That makes sense. But I don't know. Overall, I agree with you. It was fine. I don't know. It was okay.
I think I like it. This one, I think I like a little more than you. I won't be able to say too much without spoilers, but speaking of that space fight, there's a lot that I love about that space fight. Some stuff that I don't like, but it's more dialogue based than not. Because I think all the action's done really well, and I think the problem with this episode is that it's very much like it's almost like a slice of life episode, and it has like these first 2 acts, and then it just kind of ends, where there's not really a conclusion to this episode. But I think I don't know. I guess I'm not too pressed about that since it is a show, but it would have been nice to have some kind of wrap up. But yeah, I mean, it was definitely a slower episode.
Yeah.
So I get why you wouldn't love it. But spoilers here. Yeah, I personally loved the first act of this episode, where it's a lot of Ahsoka just training Sabine, and just with sword fighting and Huyang making his asshole comments like usual, and I don't know. I live for the master apprentice stuff, and sorry, I should say master Padawan, and I thought it was done really well. I mean, they mirrored Luke's like in episode 4, his training, where he's blindfolded basically and has to fight this little droid thing. And I think that like the mirroring works really well there. But yeah, so I don't know. I really enjoyed that first act. I don't know about you.
I mean, I liked some of it. I liked the like what was cool was Huyang having these like orange spheres that he could then, after having Sabine practice certain attacks, he could then be like, this is how on the mark you were.
Oh, love that.
Right? That's great. And and I do enjoy the blindfold stuff, but at the same time, I don't like, I'm just kind of tired of Star Wars and other properties being like, hey, this is like in episode 4 where Luke was blindfolded. It's like, can we like, can we like have something new And it's not like that big of a complaint. Like, it's fine. I didn't even like think too much about it for episode 4.
So, like, I totally feel you, but for me, I guess it was done in a subtle enough way, and it worked logically that I was like totally fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, I am fine with it. It's just that happens. The start of the whole show happens with this callback to like they're using these old Jedi codes or these old Imperial codes,
right?
And it's like, well, we've seen this before. We've seen this before. I don't, like I don't like that. It's like, hey, if we show them something that they've seen before, they'll probably like it. And it's like,
right.
But they did it, and then they did it in a really stupid way where they had the captain of this ship let them in just because. Oh, it might be fun to fuck with them while we carry this high priority, prisoner.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. But and then there's other things about like this episode that was dumb, like Hera asking, hey, so there's these guys who are not exactly Jedi, but they're not Sith, but they like took off with this hyperdrive, and we also went to this New Republic base where everyone turned out to be imperialist supporters. And I put a tracking device on there, but can I please go look for them? And they all go, all these people are like, sounds like you
sounds like you just want to look for Ezra.
Yeah, I don't think you should do it. Okay. That sounds like that's so stupid. That is ridiculous. So now,
look, here's the thing. She's a general. She's got to play by the rules,
She didn't play by the rules to go investigate the goddamn thing. I don't think.
Yeah, well, probably not.
Like, should she? But what rules? What are that you can't go check it out? Go like follow them? What?
I guess
she's a general.
She needs authorization to leave the galaxy, maybe.
Oh my god,
I don't know.
It's just dumb because it's just like how's a way to get Sabine and Ahsoka alone together or like Hera out of the picture? It's just
right.
It's just I just think it's dumb. And then
I will say I did read up on the character who like that Hera calls out for just kind of like standing on the sidelines and like then joining the the right side after it was won. Apparently that character's son is in the show Star Wars Resistance, and he ends up being like a traitor to I guess the good guys in that show. So that's kind of a cool. I don't know anyone who's watched Star Wars Resistance. So that's cool that they're even like linking it.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel you. They are definitely writing some like flimsy plot points to get to a certain like area the show wants to be in.
Right.
But and with you on the mirroring stuff, like I will agree with you. They mirrored episode 4 again with the space battle where Sabine goes down and like gets in the turret,
right,
and starts shooting. And I guess that's like I saw some complaints and I totally think they're valid, and I agree that like Sabine is like an experienced war veteran. She should not be like somewhat of a rookie or like kind of getting excited about her first kill in like the turret in Ahsoka's old ship. Like she should be a little past that, I think, and I agree.
Yeah. I mean, but, I guess like she was like, what happened to my presets? And I was like, well, I was like, okay, I understand that, but you still shouldn't be like that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
I agree. They kind of tried to like do something like, hey, what happened to the things that I programmed on the turns? And it's like, I don't know.
They tried. But I think that space battle in general was very cool. Like I absolutely fucking loved that Ahsoka got out of the ship and was like fighting them on top of her ship. I thought that was like one of the coolest things we've ever seen in Star Wars. And I'm so happy that like, I don't know. I feel like you would see that in like Clone Wars or Rebels and not in like live action. And now we're getting that kind of stuff in live action.
I think it's cool, but my issue with it is it just felt like like it just felt like a CGI character doing it. Like there's no like close up. It didn't like there didn't feel like there like a close up, any sort of like semblance of like Rosario Dawson actually doing any of that. A lot of it's like off at a distance, and they're like doing, I don't know, like I thought the idea was cool. I just thought that it just felt like, I don't know. I think, and another issue that I have with that particular moment is this hyperdrive, this hyperspace sort of what would you call that? Where they hyperspace jump sort of.
Oh, that ring.
Like it's shooting at them almost point blank range, not blowing them up, but and then you have the fighters behind them, or the ships behind them, like attacking them, and so they eventually get knocked out of commission. But like that seems like a fully functional station that should have 360 degrees like points of view,
right?
And it's not like they were like it doesn't seem like they were out of range, and like it's like I don't understand why they didn't just blow them up. They were like, no, let's just like drive in. And
she said she almost did. So,
but why wouldn't you just not blow them up? It's like, hey,
I don't know.
They were like the person's literally like, you didn't get them. Like you thought you got them, but you didn't. Like you could have been like, oh, okay, where are they? There. Okay. No,
they got it. They got it taken care of. No big deal. But I will say, like, in agreement with you on the space fighting there. I'm just remembering now that I was a little pissed off by it. That I get that Ahsoka's ship is much larger and probably has better defenses, but why would the villains pick such shit like ships to chase them in? Yeah, because I swear they probably hit that shit like Ahsoka's ship like 50 times. Yeah. And like there's not even a scratch. Yeah. And then they get shot once and just explode immediately. Well, and I'm like,
I learned something that was interesting, that in the novels that Thrawn wanted to make a TIE Defender, which and he wanted resources towards that, and the Emperor was like, no, I want to build like the Death Star. And so the point of that was that in all like most of Star Wars media, TIE fighter, the villain ships usually just get blown up in one shot, where like the heroes will take like multiple shield shots. And so like the point of the TIE Defender was so that they could take multiple shots and not get blown up.
But if a TIE fighter is something that's offensive, then shouldn't it do something to Ahsoka's ship, right? Like logically.
I agree. It's one of those Star
like,
Wars
sure,
isms.
They can get blown up in one hit, but I feel like you should be doing more offensively.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like have the amount of like attack that like a TIE bomber has too. So it was supposed to be like this great like thing, and so it's just a bit of like information. But
it's neat.
But yeah, like they just get blown up in one shot, and like that's the other thing is like I didn't ever feel like Ahsoka's ship was like ever close to like being in danger. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. No, there's a lot of little problems with this episode, unfortunately.
But
the more we talk about it.
It was just kind of middle of the road. Like there was things I liked about it, which was mostly just like the slice of life stuff that you were talking about. The space battle was neither.
Some stuff was cool. Some stuff was bad.
Yeah. Like some stuff was like there was cool stuff about it. I will agree. Like the Ahsoka getting out of the ship, like that was cool. But like for the most part, I didn't ever like. I just don't feel I just don't feel anything for like a vast majority of like. I don't feel stakes for a lot of the characters. I also don't know what like Ahsoka's like. I just don't feel a lot for Ahsoka in her show, and I don't feel like it is her show. I feel more things for Sabine, and now we're gonna have now they're both on the same planet as like the villains, and they're obviously gonna like clash in the next episode, which is exciting. But
it's exciting, yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
they should be dropping 2 at a time. I don't know.
We're almost halfway through this season, and I just don't.
Because it's only 7 episodes, right?
Oh, is there only 7?
Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. I thought I heard 7, but I could be wrong.
Well, either way, I mean, we're 3 episodes in, and I just don't feel like I just don't understand what the point of the show is, other than a bridging, of Star Wars media to bring Thrawn and Ezra back, and I agree with you. Like, I do think that whoever that is in the Inquisitors, like suit is probably someone we know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Ezra and it's like some sort of infiltration sort of thing. I doubt that he would ever he would actually go bad by any means. Like, maybe it's just like a false sort of thing. But I do think it's somebody that we know for sure.
What if it's Jar Jar?
Okay, there's no way, because that person was still talking coherently.
You're right. You can't. You're right. He's not speaking in that code.
Yeah. There's no way you can take that out of Jar Jar.
Okay, so it's either Ezra or Starkiller, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. I don't think it's Starkiller.
But I don't know if you saw, but Starkiller's voice actor was in the credits of the first 2 episodes.
Does he? But does he do a lot of other voices for? I
don't know. He probably does.
If it is, that's cool. But don't you think that like he would be like way OP power?
Well, that's the thing, is that like I don't even think you. I mean, yes, it would serve the story well, because it would be like, Anakin's a Padawan versus Darth Vader's apprentice.
Sure.
So that's a very cool versus.
Sure.
But like to bring him in, you'd have to scale him down from the video games, and I don't think anyone who played the video games would be happy with that interpretation of the character.
Yeah.
And so
but I mean, if you're going to bring in this Star Wars Resistance character, I mean, I guess it's all game. So
it is all game. Yeah. But it's possible. I think I would rather it be Ezra at this point, but we'll see. Definitely someone we know, though.
But it better be like, if it is Ezra, they better have some hell of a story to like make. Like, I'd love to know what the whole point of. I will say I did like having the Purgils, the space whales. Like, that was kind of fun.
That was nice.
There was some cool stuff with that. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I was more crazy.
More,
I do want more. I don't. Yeah.
And this episode 2, like I finally got to the point where I was like, okay, I guess I'm accepting like this version of Ahsoka we're getting. Just like stoic version.
Too like very stoic, like not a whole lot of personality.
And I'm just like, you know what? It's not going to change. I just need to like get past it and just accept that this is who Ahsoka is now. But which is probably not a good thing. But whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I think that's our thoughts on Ahsoka episode 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. I do think that the show could still turn out to be pretty good. I just wish there was a bit more going on. I'm totally interested agree. For the next episode. I don't. It's
yeah. Hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's terrible or anything.
No.
So